And before we go to round two, with the indulgence of our colleagues, allow the chair to just propound some questions so that we can proceed to the round two. So I'll go back to the basics, Secretary Mina. Paano nakakapasok ang projects, and let's focus on flood control, from DPWH to NEP? Paano ang process niyan?
They submit the proposals online. There's a system that pinapasok po nila yung mga proyekto. Iniisa-isa po nila. Opo.
So pinapasok nila and then...
Alam po nila, sa kanila po galing yung 15,000 project line items.
And then ang DBM will analyze the projects na pinapasok nila, di ba?
Wala po kasi, medyo iba po kasi yung nature ng projects ng DPWH eh. As previously mentioned po, wala kaming capability to analyze the 15,000 projects. Otherwise, baka wala pa po kami ngayon NEP. Kung iisa-isahin po namin, we need people on the ground, we need engineers. I think yung 1,200 na staff po namin sa DBM are mostly, kahit isa po yata walang engineer or architect po sa amin. So,
but mayroong basic analysis because I saw in your budget...
It's the core mandates po. Yun po yung meron. Yung maintenance, sasabihin nila yung level. Also their it's also their commitment in
the National Budget Memorandum number 154. I'll flash it on the screen. Slide 46. Part of the 154. You paki-flash na sa screen. Yeah. Na you have this acronym called ASAF, of which you analyze the alignment with priorities of the current administration. Dapat shovel-ready siya.
Yes,
implementation readiness. Agency absorptive capacity. Available fiscal space set by the DBCC and prioritization. So, short for ASAP. In the shovel readiness o shovel-ready, meron doon feasibility study, detailed engineering. So, in other words, all of this, kahit na tabletop, dapat meron kayong records nito. O at least may checklist man lang. Tama?
Sa other departments, meron po. Pero sa DPWH po, meron po sila, sa kanila po to, hindi po sa amin.
But this is your budget memorandum, National Budget Memorandum 154.
Yes po. Pero hindi po sila nagsasubmit separately.
Bakit hindi sila nagsasubmit? It's in the budget memo.
Again, kasi po, may special nature po yung mga projects nila na hanggang baba nila-identify yung mga projects pataas. So,
yeah, but that special nature, yan ang source ng corruption. Yan ang naging source ng corruption dahil hindi nyo sinusundan yung sarili nyong budget memorandum. Dahil kung may feasibility study, especially detailed engineering design, tama si Senator Erwin, hindi yan magiging round numbers. Because the detailed engineering design will give you exact detail and exact cost of the project.
Mr. Chair, may I just interject? Kasi parang yung ibibigay lang yung budget sa presidente without checking kung transparent ba or may dagdag na lulobo. Ganun lang ho ba yan, Mr. Chair? That's my question, na binibigay na lang sa Pangulo without even checking it. Ang kawawa po, ang Pangulo kasi magmumukha pong parang niloloko. Di po ba? And then yung Pangulo sa tao.
Mr. Chair, ang meron po sa DPWH ay yung BP, anong form? BP 202, which they include the project profiles of each and every project na ang nakapasok na po lahat tong mga to doon.
But ang punto ko, ito dumadaan sa DBM, you do some tabletop analysis, kahit na hindi nyo titignan yung project, at least may feasibility study, check. May detailed engineering, check. But at least meron kayong idea doon sa mga project na pumapasok sa inyo. Kaya I don't buy that idea or I don't buy that answer na nasa DPWH lang at wala kayong kinalaman sa pasok sa NEP.
Mr. Chair, dahil nga po iba yung nature nila, dun sa budget proposal po, kasi because yung mapakadami, dun po sa form na sinasagutan nila sa amin, meron po silang checklist. na dumaan sa NEDA board, may certification ng DPWH, meron siyang memo, may clearance, may consultation, may list of location, may status, may ayun.
Pero
Meron pong
dumadaan
ganon.
po sa inyo bago
Yes po.
pinapasok.
Yes
diba?
po. Meron
So, may-
in a form of
Yeah,
checklist.
pero may taong tumitingin one by one bago nila pinapasok sa NEP.
In a form of checklist. Check ba? Opo.
Tama? So, ibig sabihin, may taong nakakaalam ng proyekto one by one. Kahit papano, may idea siya.
Not the project list.
Not the project list.
Just the sub-program.
But the project itself, the project description itself,
Nakikita ba? Hindi.
Project list pa.
The list. Hindi po.
Natin kung
hindi nakikita niya paano pa, sino nagtatype sa NEP?
Sila po.
Correct.
DPWH
So,
po.
nakikita niya one by
Yes,
one.
nakikita po namin yung sa checklist kung kompleto yung mga requirements.
Kasi sa akin pag-analisa, dumadaan to sa DBM, meron kayong checklist, titignan nyo kung pasado sila, tapos itatype nyo sa NEP, di ba? So makikita nyo one by one yung project sa NEP. Correct?
Ina-upload po yung listahan na binigay ng DPWH.
Correct. But who types in the NEP? Sino nagtatype physically sa NEP?
Si DPWH po.
Yung
Ah,
na
we
binibigay.
have same form po eh. Pagka-type nila doon, i-mirror. I-upload.
Ba't kayo nagsasubmit sa amin?
Opo, nanganep siya.
So, ibig sabihin, dapat nakikita nyo rin yung laman sa loob, accurate.
Yes po.
Correct?
Opo,
Kasi kayo
nakikita po
na
namin
accountable
lahat
eh.
ng listahan.
DBM is accountable to the National Expenditure Program.
Yes, nakikita po, we are, but the department is also accountable to the projects that they
Yes,
include in
but at least naman,
in their
but
proposal.
My point here, at least the projects na dumadating sa amin, vetted to and may sense of accuracy. Tama? Or sa
Semblance, yeah.
Semblance.
Ang
O, sige,
nakikita
semblance.
po namin is that ito lang no, during this administration, kasi yung before I cannot, hindi ko po yung si Senator Lacson pa po yung nung nasa Congress pa po siya, we were made aware of the double and multiple entries. Yun po, nung
Go ahead, sorry.
na-raise po yun ni Senator Lacson, yun po yung nagiging unang parang criteria na sinasabi namin sa DPWH. Make sure na walang multiple or duplication dun sa mga entries nila.
Very quickly, Mr. Chairman, with your permission. Wag na yung mga details, ano? Kasi mahirap talaga yon. Pero man lang yung red flag, sana napansin nyo, bakit puro 100 million itong pagkarami-rami? Yun lang, yun siguro ang point ni Chairman Sherwin, ano? Na at least man lang yung red flag nakita nyo kasi napaka-pronounced eh. Hindi bali na yung mga specific details na iisa-isahin nyo pa ba naman yung proyekto na yan. Pero pag nakakita kayo ng 500 items na exact amounts, similar, medyo red flag yon.
And
Po sila dun sa amount. Ang sagot daw po nila is that lumabas din po to sa hearing ni Senator Marcoleta sa Blue Ribbon. Kasi po, depende po kung sino magpapa-bid ng project. Whether district, whether region, or central office.
nasabi nyo kanina yung pagpasok ng project, hindi nyo alam, diretso ang DPWH nagpapasok ng project sa NEP.
Oh, there's a file. There's a system.
So kahit maglagay sila doon, ABC, papasok sa NEP, tapos di-deliver nyo sa amin? Walang vetting
Yung
process?
duplication po ang navivet namin. But as to the integrity and the amount, and kung present po ba dun sa location na yon, yung road na yon or yung bridge na yon, hindi po namin yun talaga makikita.
Ganito, I borrow the term of Senator Lacson, and we found out there are 6 types of red flags in the budget. I'll show you. Kasi inumpisahan na namin yung ano. Number 1, red flag, walang station number.
Yeah.
So you want us to analyze each and every project. Pero saan namin hahanapin to? Walang station number. Yung iba may station number, isa walang station number. So even though we enjoin the public, we encourage the public to look at that, hindi nila makikita kung nasaan construction of breakwater, Quezon. Saan sa Quezon? That's number 1. Number 2, may mga projects na duplicate. exactly the same. Ito pinakita ko kay Senator Lacson yesterday. Rehabilitation of dike along O'Donnell River, Package 2, DS, Bueno Bridge 1, right bank Kapas, Tarlac, parehong-pareho. Buong budget, maraming ganito. Yan, no? Red flag number 3. Bakit? Naka-divide into phases. Parehong-pareho number yung pinakita kanina ni Senator Erwin. The same project description, iba-ibang phase, pare-parehong number, pare-parehong amount. Ang daming ganito sa budget, sa NEP. Next. Tapos may ibang term, may package naman. May phase, may package. Ito, ganun rin. Construction of flood control structure along Agos River, Package 10, Infanta, Quezon. Tapos isa, Package 11, Package 10. Bakit hindi nilang ginawa isang package? But dinivide into different packages. The same river, the same barangay, the same municipality. Red flag in next. Yung round amounts, sinabi ni Senator Erwin, kung meron siyang detailed engineering, hindi siya magra-round amounts. Hindi siya magra-round amounts. Iba lang, parehong barangay, iba lang yung sitio, pero the same amounts. Next. Yeah. Next ito, red flag number 5. May makita kami mga items sa merong specific code names. Yung ibang project walang code names, ibang project may code names. So, hindi consistent in other words. Next. And lastly, I think this is the worst. Ito yung the worst. The same project na sa GAAD 2025, the same project in nasa NEP 2026. Yan, the same. In 2025, construction of flood mitigation structure, Agoo River and Allied Rivers Package 1, Rosales, Pangasinan. In NEP 2026, ganun na ganun. Construction of flood mitigation structure, Agoo River and Allied River Phase A, Rosales, Pangasinan. The same amounts. So ang tanong ko, hindi naman po siguro clerical error to. Diba? Sinadya to ilagay sa NEP. Diba? Ang punto ko, DBM should be more should reform its process and maging mas detalyado sa pag-a-analyze ng mga projects na pinapasok sa NEP. Ang nangyayari kasi, dinadala dito na lumalampas sa scrutiny ninyo. Dapat mag-scrutinize pa kayo ng maigi kasi very obvious naman to eh. Diba? Hindi siya clerical error, sinasadya itong ganitong panloloko ilagay sa NEP.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Senator Erwin and then
Yes, sir.
Sa akin, sandali lang. Baka sabihin nila, Mr. Chair, multi-year yan. Hindi natapos.
Mr. Chair, one quick question lang po. Because parang napapansin po natin, parang this is a deja vu. Well, lahat po naman kayo dito sa executive, wala pa nung panahon po ni Napoles. Pero what we are seeing here is parang mga pork barrel po ito. In short, this is pork barrel. Plain and simple. Kasi ang nangyayari ngayon, flood control programs, parang deja vu po ng pork barrel scam ni Napoles. Mas malala nga ito dahil itong mga budget sa anomalya, mga infrastructure projects, ay bilyon-bilyon na baka umabot pa nga ng trilyon. Paano tayo makakasiguro ngayon, Mr. Chair, na walang pork barrel dito sa 2026 NEP, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Just a quick comment.
Will Senator Bam first, then Senator Lauren, then Senator Kiko.
Mr. Chairman, ilang araw na rin po natin itong pinag-uusapan kay Secretary Bunoan bago siya nag-resign. At ngayon, challenge natin to sa ating DBCC yesterday. Let's refuse to accept this DPWH budget, Mr. Chairman. There's an ongoing investigation. Inaaral yung mga proyektong ito. There are so many questions, so many red flags that you have already pointed out with Senator Lacson. Wag ko natin tanggapin ito. Ibalik natin to sa executive. You have 4 months to give it back to us na maayos na. Wala nang mga ghost project. Wala na pong mga flood control sa mga lugar na wala namang flooding. I know it's uncommon, it's an uncommon process, pero Mr. Chairman, I think for this year, we can make an exception to the process where we return the DPWH budget and they have a few months to come back to us, present it again, na maayos na at wala nang, sabi nga ni Presidente, mahiya naman kayo, let's come up with a DPWH budget, a real flood control budget na may pagmamalaki po natin at hindi ho natin ikahihiya at wala na po dapat na red flag, Mr. Chairman.